Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that. We start with the death card now. Don't freak out. You know me better than that. This is a card of transformation. This is a card that really is that infinite moment between the past and the future. This is the moment that we are reborn. Yeah. So what are we being born into? What are we becoming? What is our transformation? What is this change that is taking place in your life? Well, let's put this into some context. Yeah. Let's see what we're being born into. Oh, look at that Ace of Cups. Wow. This is really nice. This is you're being born into this pure bliss. So to me, it really feels like there is a major transition, a major change happening in your life that is bringing you, I mean, this kind of looks like a pot of gold, right? But this is spiritual gold. This is the source of all wealth, the source of all light and life and love and bliss and beauty and joy. Gosh, that's good. And a Three of Cups. Yeah, you're going to want to celebrate, for sure. Interesting, we've got a Knight of Cups here coming in from the kind of the background position here. A Two of Cups. This is a lot of water. And a Ten of Cups. Come on now. Come on now. This is the spiritual jackpot. This is this. And I feel like it is, I feel like it's, something is coming in as a gift. Right? Somebody's got a gift for you. Nine of Cups. Okay, now we got some fire. We got a Princess of Wands, more water energy, and more fire. Very interesting here with the major arcana only being this singular death energy. This is that big transformation in your life. This is, I mean, this is the spiritual jackpot. I think this is going to be your best life. I think it is a dream come true. And I think that maybe the ace here is you realizing kind of like what it is that you want. You've got this now, this long-term kind of goal that you've found. You know what your holy grail is. And now we're on the quest to manifest that. And really, I feel like we're being reborn. I feel like we're leaving a situation that was just like a dead end, you know? And here we are now. This is our quest. This is what we're meant to do, you know? And Ten of Cups in the future position. Absolute fulfillment, bliss, dream come true here. This is everything. This is your best life. This is how you are feeling in your best life. This is the dream come true. Really amazing. The Two of Cups really is about the union, right? It's about the union of you with your Holy Grail. And so I don't know, what is it in your life that needs to come together? I feel like there's distance. And I feel like it's like physically there's something that you need. There's something that you're supposed to connect with. I don't know if it's maybe a Cancer person. This might be an older, probably male energy. It could be a family member. It could be a friend, could be a stranger. But I feel like they're bringing you something that is a crucial component of this. They're not handing you the jackpot, right? They're not handing you success, but they're giving you that missing piece that you need to fire up your engines. Because then look, now we've got that Princess of Wands in the position of the environment. They're giving you, it's like they're just bringing you the key to the car. And then now you can start the engine and you can drive. So we're waiting for something. There's something that's still, that you're separated from, that you need to bring those two things together. It's like the two ends of a wire, right? You got to just connect them. Maybe you're hot wiring the car. But it's really an emotional thing for you. And it's weird to see so much water in a Leo reading, right? But this is bliss. This is satiety, right? This is satisfaction. This is dream come true. It really, truly is. Gosh, this is, I feel like this person's a friend. I feel for some of you, this is going to be, this is a friend type of person. It could be a romantic thing, I guess. But I feel like there's some uncertainty about your relationship with them. And I don't know why it feels like, sometimes it feels like you're fire and water, you know, especially when we think of the fire in the environment and we see the water kind of in the background. There's kind of some uncertainty. I think the two of you are on the same page. It might be a romance with the Two of Cups. I feel like the two of you really are, you're very different. But in the East, at least, you know, in the I Ching, in Taoism, fire and water can come together, right? Heaven and earth need to intermingle. It's not separated. It's not the fire and water are antagonistic. They're complementary. Yeah. So I feel like you're very different from that person, but the two of you together, if you can figure it out, really you bring something to the table that they don't bring, and vice versa. There's a real harmony, a real mesh there. And it might be something business related. It's hard to tell because it's all water here. You know, it's all about the intuition. It's all about the love. It's all about the union. It's all about the intuition, the imagination. It's all about the feeling of this life. And it kind of puts a little bit of a vagueness on the particulars. I don't know what you're doing. But I do know that you're closing the circuit. I do know that this is about you literally connecting those wires to get something working again, to get something kind of moving, to get this wheel turning, get something off the ground perhaps. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's your own personal home business, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a YouTube channel. But this is getting this thing up and running. This is what is generating. This is like, it's generating your future success. It's kind of like like a mill, right? Where there's running water and it's turning the wheel. I don't know what that's called exactly. I think it's like a mill, a water mill or something. It's kind of what I'm feeling, that this sense of destiny. Now, when we see the Ace and the 10, to me it really feels like you've discovered your objective, your primary purpose in life. Like long term, not just, well, what do I want to eat for dinner? Long term, like who you are, what your mission is. And because we have that, it really feels like it's something we identify with. So we're trying to find this Holy Grail, but I kind of look at the Ace as being your heart, your soul, your purpose, your identity. And the 10 is you manifesting that into your life. You are manifesting your absolute best life here. Because you're discovering your true identity. And now we're looking to build a life that reflects that. You know? Because our world is a reflection of us. And now we've got that identity. The Ace is the 10, the 1, the 10, 0. It's the same thing. Is it an end? Is it a beginning? Is it a beginning? Is it an end? It's like the Death card. The Death card is that infinite moment between death and rebirth. So it's kind of, it's that moment where you just kind of you've paved the way. And now let's set out on this journey. I feel like there is something from the past that you're waiting for. Right? Because that Knight of Cups is in the past position. Maybe it's some sort of closure. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to catch up to where you are. Right? I'm not sure exactly the nature of this. Let's select the mystery card, though. This is the confirmation card, bonus card. We're going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card till the very end. Right? But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this tarot card reading, you feel like you know what that card is. Put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. All right? I hope you'll play along. Anyway, looking around here, major arcana. Some fire and a lot of water. Right? And a lot of water. The thing about the Knight of Cups is that it is Cancer energy. It's cardinal water energy. It's fire of water. So it's kind of like this water energy is really bringing you the fire. It's activating this kind of enthusiasm in you. This is fire and earth, the Princess of Pentacles, fire and earth. This is the instant manifestation of our impulse to behavior, right? Will to action. There's nothing in between. There's no buffer. There's no filter. There's no air energy. There's no thought, there's no doubt, there's nothing. It's just boom, straight through. Very impulsive. There's nothing wrong with impulsivity if our impulses are correct. And in this case, I feel like your impulses are. So it's not really a matter of you feeling inspired and then thinking, wait, no, how do I feel? What do I do? No, you feel it, you do it. You let that true self of yours just act with no hesitation, right? Usually the Princess of Wands will say, be careful, might get yourself in trouble. You're dancing with a tiger here. If you are dancing with a tiger, you don't stop to analyze every little move of your toes. You just do it. You just let it flow from you like water. Yeah. So this is your creativity. This is your spiritual energy. Oddly enough, I feel that you have a sensitivity to shellfish. Well, I don't know why Spirit's telling me that. If you have something, because maybe it's kind of a contradictory thing here. All this water energy, but you can't really enjoy it or something, right? Something about the shellfish. I don't know if there's an allergy or if you just don't like seafood. Maybe that's it. But it's kind of funny because we have all this water, Anyway, the three of cups down here. I always love seeing a 3 of cups. This is the joy you feel in your heart. And this is part of that kind of that self-identity. It's like we're celebrating ourselves. We feel triumphant because we have discovered ourselves. And this is the real work. This is the great work, realizing who you are. And then it's just a matter of putting that out into the world, of manifesting it externally through your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Because our environment is a reflection of who we are. Or who maybe, depending if it could be an authentic expression of who we are. It could be an expression of some of our complexes. It can be an expression of some unconscious things, unexpressed desires. It's kind of right along with that thing where, you got a messy, if your desk is messy, is because you have a disordered mind kind of thing. Our external world is a reflection of our internal state. And you have an internal state right now that I think is pure. This is pure soul and spirit. This is absolutely you, without any of the complexes or worries or concerns. This is a pure heart. This is pure identity. Pure consciousness, really, in a way. I think all of the aces are pure consciousness, but in just kind of different modes. This is the more watery mode, the more flowing, intuitive, adapting kind of mode. It's not so much, it's interesting with the fire, because I was going to say it's not really about you asserting yourself, but it is. It's about you offering no resistance to your own soul, letting your own creative energy, your own spirit flow from you with no resistance. So in a way you are asserting yourself, but self with a capital S. Big time, big time self. I like this very, very, very much. I'm still curious about this. It feels like an older male energy. I feel like we're waiting for somebody to kind of catch up. We're waiting for some energy to arrive, but it feels like it's from the past. So it feels like you leaped ahead and we're waiting for something to catch up. I don't know what that means to you, but that's the impression I keep getting. I also feel like you have a very unique taste in music. Is that true? Spirit's telling me to ask about the songs, ask about the music. So if you have a very eclectic taste, or if it's just a very unique interest in music, or there's something there that you like a certain genre of music that maybe people are like, well, I don't even know what that is. I doubt I would know what it is. But yeah, something like that. But I feel like that's part of your authenticity. You know, you're really discovering who you are, and you're allowing that to come forth. And you're not holding it back. And you're using it really to create that dream life. This is going to be the best life. I'm very excited for this. Let's go to the path of the serpent here. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. All right. So the Nine of Cups over here obviously is an extension of the 3. So we have our identity. We have this feeling of like celebrating ourselves, and it's knowing that we're going to, we've started the process of really expressing who we are on a very deep and pure level from the Ace. The 3 now is kind of we're starting to formulate how we're going to build this life, what we're going to do, right? What kind of life we want to live, what kind of feeling tone we want that life to have. And now we've got a 9, and we extend that out not only to the physical life. We've got to create the physical environment that is a reflection of our truest identity, but also mental, emotional, spiritual, creative. So this is the expression of your identity on every level of being. This is the function of that. The 10 is the state of being. This is the dream that has come true, everything manifested. Right? It's almost the ideal. This is what we set up in front of us. This is the carrot, right, that we're all kind of chasing. This is us chasing it. This is following your bliss. This is living your best life. This is pursuing your happiness. What we're pursuing is the final cup, right? The 10. We're going from a 9 to a 10. What I always say on this channel is that if we ever got to the 10 of cups, we probably would quickly find ourselves miserable. Because it's like if you become sugar, you can no longer taste sugar. So we like to be a little bit separated from this so that we can experience the bliss of doing it, of living it, of striving for it, achieving it. Life is in the doing, not in the being. And that's what this card is about. So this might be that kind of ever-moving goalpost, right? We set it out in front of us, and then we get closer and closer and closer to it. We're almost there, and then it kind of jumps back just a little bit. It's always something that we're reaching for and grasping, that we can taste, we can touch it, we can taste it, but we don't want to fully unite with this, because then we're in the end zone, and it's kind of, the game's over now, So I really like the 9. That's your general energy, and I think it's really this excitement to get up and start doing things with your life. We wake up in the morning, we feel exuberant, we feel just blissful and joyous, can't wait to start the day with all of its ups and downs and all of its twists and turns, because you know that you are living your purest and best life. This is the real jackpot here. Yeah. This is the spiritual jackpot. And we talked about the Princess of Wands a little bit, that impulsivity, which in your case, I think is absolutely what you need. You need to follow the impulses coming from your purest energy. And we don't have any interference with any swords cards here, you notice. And also, what's the double rainbow for you? I feel like you saw a double rainbow, or I don't know if that's like that's your idea of like the impossible kind of experience or something, or like the ultimate unattainable goal. Is that like double rainbow? Or if there's something there, again with the 2, right? The 2 of Cups, I don't know what this is that we're trying to connect. Maybe it's with a lover. Maybe it is with a spirit or a spirit guide or an ancestor. Maybe it's a family member or a close friend, someone from the past. But there is a connection we're trying to make. And I feel that once this connection is made, it's that last piece. It's like that person or that energy is bringing you like the last key to the lock or the key to the car or something, right? I don't know exactly what that is. But it's through that Two of Cups, through that connection, that this fire energy here is activated. Okay, and maybe this is you and your true self, you and your higher self, you and your God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, spirit guide, ancestor, whatever this might be. It's a union that we're waiting for, that I think really sets this fire in motion. And now the Princess of Wands has to make that big jump over to the Four of Wands. Impulse to behavior doesn't mean that you just are hyperactive doing a million different things and not getting anything done. I feel sometimes you have a tendency to start a lot of projects, and so like all over your house are a lot of things that have been started but not finished. Yeah. Or hobbies or interests or passions that you have felt and you have started, but then never really went anywhere with it. We never really did it. It was fun and it was really intense for a minute, and then we were kind of on to the next thing. That's the kind of impulsivity that we don't necessarily want. So we have to make sure that those impulses involve the follow through into the Four, that things solidify. And it doesn't mean that the one impulse you have and you have to do that forever, always, and never change. No, because the Four is a temporary thing. You do something, you finish it. You start washing the dishes, you just finish the dishes. Then you go do something else. It doesn't mean that you're stuck there doing the dishes for eternity. And I think that's kind of the problem that we might feel, because if we feel this impulse and we start doing something, I think there's part of you that gets worried that this is it, that this is what I'm stuck doing now. And I can relate that to me when I'm trying to find a book to read. I always use this analogy too, because it's an ongoing problem with me. I have some time to read in the evenings, and so I say, okay, what am I going to read tonight? What do I want to read? And then I start reading something that I feel this kind of passion and enthusiasm for. And then part of me says, this is going to take up a long time. Like, I'm going to be reading this book for like a week or 2 or 3 or months even. And then I start to think, maybe that's not the best choice. Maybe I need to find something else. And before I know it, my 20 minutes is over and it's back to work. So I end up not reading anything. So we have to make sure that we commit to something and we choose something. We feel that passion, that impulse to something, that we do it. We stick with it until we reach a kind of a natural conclusion to it. Doesn't mean you have to finish the whole book. I have some books that are thousands of pages, right? But we reach a point, we give it enough commitment until we reach a point that says, okay, now it's time for me to tick the wheel one notch over and start the next one. And so it really is kind of about this ongoing commitment and kind of going from an ace to a 4, an ace to a 4. We're solidifying things. We're accomplishing things step by step. Yeah. It's really, and this is how you produce the kind of results that you want in your life. Let's take a look at that mystery card. Yeah. Thank you, Jimbo. Maybe we need a little bit of earth energy, right? Also, what's the connection with antique jewelry? I feel like you're in an antique store, or you visited an antique place recently. I think maybe you're looking for a particular piece of like antique jewelry or something like that, because I see the glass case and all the kind of dusty jewelry inside, So I don't know what the antique shop is. Maybe you run one, or that's something you like to do. I feel like you've kind of been looking for a certain something. Maybe you don't know exactly what that something is. But I feel like I feel like you're looking for something special, and you'll know it when you see it. You haven't seen it yet. You don't know what it is. But when you do find it, it'll really speak to you. Yeah. I think the mystery card is going to be some earth energy. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's earth energy. It's a 6 of Pentacles. Material success. Now, I realize we didn't talk about the 6 of Cups. And I'm glad we got a Six of Pentacles because it reminded me about the Six of Cups. The Six, if we forget about the Six of Pentacles for a second, well, maybe it's not going to let me. Okay. The Six of Cups, the reason why the Princess of Wands has to skip over this, because this is us feeling so blissed out in the moment. This is us really just feeling kind of euphoric, but not actually getting anything done. This is just feeling the pleasure of everything. This is us really taking this Three of Cups, and that's our life. This is a life that is just, I mean, we just want it. We just want the good day, right? The Six of Cups is us having a very, very good day. It's pleasure. And the Princess of Wands could get stuck in this. Could get stuck in the feeling. It feels so good, but then we're not accomplishing anything. So that's why I was like, okay, the princess needs to kind of leap over that and start getting things done, follow through. Instead of getting wrapped up in just the kind of pleasure of things. It feels good to be in this kind of blissful, harmonious, resonant kind of energy. But that's not for the princess. The princess needs to get things done. This impulse needs to manifest with follow-through and accomplishments, even if it's like incremental, small goals, you know. When we get to the Six of Pentacles, which is really a lot of these moments build up into the success of the Six of Pentacles, material success. We're actually getting things done. There is a connection with the material world. It's not just all taking place in the spirit. There is a physical, earthly component here of building up the vessel to contain all this water. So we have the water, we have the feeling, we know what we want, the kind of feeling that we want, and we have glimpses of it, and we want to remain in that energy. We have to build the vehicle for it. Okay? You have all of this meaning and value and the depth to what you want and what you're doing. We've got to build the physical structure that is going to house it. It's the vehicle, it's the vessel for all the water. And so I'm really happy we got the Six of Pentacles, because this is telling me that, yes, you're putting all of this energy into building something in this world, something that is tangible, something that is a reflection of your spirit, your identity. You're manifesting your spirit on earth. You are a creator. You are participating in the act of creation. When things reach the physical world and things begin to manifest for you, it will be filled with all of this depth and meaning, all of this water energy, all of this spiritual energy, right? But we need to build. We need to build the ship, right? We need to build the vessel that will contain all of this. And I think this is very important. This is a wonderful confirmation card. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link at the end of the video. There's a link down in the video description. All right, so check that out. And I'll see you over there at the extended. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday. And that is 6 a.m. Chicago time. But I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow, see me again. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.